What does the Quran say about the shape of the earth? The Quran is the holy book of Islam, for Muslims the word of God. Or in Arabic Allah, revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, who received these revelations through the Archangel Gabriel. The transmission of the Quran is done without the slightest change in classical Arabic, although there are translations into many languages. The evidence is that the Quran clearly supports and describes the flat earth model. We are going to know what this ancient and sacred book says about the shape of the earth. Let's dive into the subject, wanting to know more and with respect to different opinions and beliefs. The following is mentioned in the Quran. The sky is a structure. The water we have here comes from the sky. The constellations of the stars are set in the sky. God raised the sky. The sky is a ceiling. At the end of the age, the sky will open. Heaven contains a lamp and the moon that gives light. Men cannot escape on earth or in heaven. Heaven and earth were not created in vain. The earth is fixed at the end of the age. The sky will open and the stars will scatter. Now let's see what some verses of the Quran literally say where the shape of the earth is spoken or described. Verse 88:20 is particularly noteworthy for its use of a word that it was deeply associated with flat surfaces. The Arabic word al-ard can mean ground or earth. However, it is perfectly obvious from the context that in the following verses al-ard means the whole earth, not a local area of land. And the land, how does it spread? Quran 2:22. Who made the earth a bed for you and the heavens your canopy? And he sent rain from heaven, and with her it produced fruits for your sustenance. Then don't make rivals to Allah when you know. The word farashan means something that is spread on the ground, something that is extended for one to sit or lie down. It could also be a carpet. It clearly refers to the earth as a flat expanse. The heavens are a canopy building. The word translated canopy is bina or binan. This word means building. The heavens are like a multi-story building on earth. There are 7 layers or floors in this building called heaven. The heavens are built on a flat foundation called the earth. The tafsir of Ibn Kathir confirms this. These ayat indicate that Allah began the creation by creating the earth. Then he made 7 heavens out of heaven. This is how construction usually begins, with the lower floors first and then the upper floors. Quran 15:19. And we have spread the earth on it mountains firm and immovable, and we have made each thing grow with a measure. Midad equals extend by drawing or pulling, stretch, expand. Quran 20:53. He who made the earth for you as a spread carpet. He has allowed you to travel in it through roads. And he has brought water down from heaven. With it we have produced several pairs of plants, each one separate from the others. Quran 43:10. Has made the earth spread out for them, and he has made them roads in it, so that you could be correctly guided. Quran 50:7. And the earth, we have spread it out, and we have put firm mountains upon it, and we have produced in it all kinds of beautiful buds. Quran 51:48. And we have spread the earth, how merciful is the spreader. Farasha equals to extend or expand, to extend a better carpet. Mahidun of making plain, uniform, smooth, extending a bed. Quran 71, 19-20. And Allah has made the earth for you an extension for you to travel the wide roads of Him. Baizatan equals a thing that is spread out and particularly a carpet. From the same root we also have Baizachun equals earth, expanded and uniform. And wide or spacious. Quran 78, 6-7. Have we not made the earth as a great expanse, and the mountains as stakes? Then the following is another clear reference to extension. Although some have wanted to misinterpret the word dahaha as an ostrich egg or egg-shaped, to avoid saying that the Quran promotes the belief of a flat earth. But this word dahaha is commonly translated as he spread it out, or he stretched it out. This is the verse. Quran 79:30. And after that he spread the earth. Other translations of the Quran also say the same. We see that the verse refers to the flat expanse of the earth. Other translations may mean that this word also describes the roundness and flatness of the earth at the same time. The word farash in 222, 5148, the word waja in 497, 2956, 3010, the word mahad 2053, they can all mean expand or extend, with slight differences in their connotations. Regarding the verse of the Quran 79:30, and the flatness and interpretation of the ostrich egg we also find Lisan al-Arab, the place in the sand where an ostrich lays its egg. That is because the ostrich spreads the ground with its legs and then lays its eggs there. Then he mentions a couple of Arabic poems that confirm this meaning. Anyone who can read Arabic will find this to be the ultimate test that dahaha means to spread. Al-Kamuz al-Mahid. Translation: Allah spread out the earth. Al-Wasit. Expand something, it means to extend it. For example, Allah extended flat. Al-Jalalan. And after he spread out the land, he made it flat because it had been created before the sky, but without having been extended. Tanwir al-Mikbas, even then he spread it over the water. He also says, 2,000 years after he spread it on the water. There is no hadith that says that the earth is shaped like an ostrich egg. But the ostrich egg is mentioned in a hadith so that we can check if the word dahaha is used in the original Arabic. Quran 88:20. And on earth, how does it spread? This word means extended or expand. The word was used to describe making the top flat or the roof of a house or chamber and make a flat surface. Words from the same root mean the flat surface or roof of a house or camera, a plane in geometry, a flat place on which the dates, a rolling pin, or flat. In the Tafsir al-Jalalan we can read that the word suchihat means that the earth is flat, which is the opinion of Islamic scholars. Tafsir al-Jalalan at 8:20 p.m. And how was the earth flat? And thus infer from this the power of God, exalted be He, and the unity of Him? The beginning with the mention of camels is because they are more in contact with the ground than any other animal. As for his words, suchihat laid flat. This on a literal reading suggests that the earth is flat, which is the opinion of most scholars of the revealed law and not a sphere as astronomers have it. The phrase flat earth is today commonly translated as al-ard musadaha. The word musadaha comes from the same root as the word suchihat. Quran 91. 6. For the earth and its extension. The earth is fixed and immobile. Quran 27:61. Yes, he who made the earth a permanent home and made rivers in the midst of it, made firm mountains in it and made a barrier between the two seas. The waters. Quran 54, 9-15. And he called his Lord, I am defeated, you help him. Then we opened the gates of heaven with a torrent of water and made the earth will gush forth in springs. And the waters met with a purpose. Sunset and sunrise places. Quran 18:86. Until, when he reached the place where the sun set, he found him laying in a muddy spring. And he found a town out there. This can only happen on a flat earth. The Quran mentions doors on the Day of Judgment. Quran 78, 17-19. The day of the decision is an appointed time. The day the trumpet is blown and you come in crowds and the sky opens and turns into doors. Firm mountains. Quran 21, 31-32. And we made firm mountains on the earth so that they would not sway with them. And we placed mountain passes in them as paths so that they were correctly guided. And we made the sky a protected roof, but they, by their signs, are moving away. Heaven. Quran 13, 2. Allah is the one who erected the heavens without columns that you see. Then he established himself above the throne and subdued the sun and the moon, each running for a specific period. He fixes matter, he details the signs that you can be sure of meeting your Lord. Quran 79, 27-29. Are you a more difficult creation or is it heaven? Allah built it. He raised his roof and modeled it. And he darkened his night and gave light to his day. The Quran speaks in many places of heaven as something hard and firm, something that will break on Judgment Day. Quran 82, 1. When the sky cracks. Quran 67, 3. Who created 7-layered heavens? You see no discord in the creation of the Almighty. So he looks again. Do you see any cracks? Quran 73:18. So how can you have a wise fear, if you deny it, of a day that will make the children gray in which the sky opens? His promise will be fulfilled. The 7 heavens. Quran 65:12. God is the one who created the 7 heavens. The command that descends between them. So you know that God is mighty over all things. And that God has encompassed all things in knowledge. Quran 2, 144. Praying towards the Kaaba. The Kaaba is a construction whose shape is that of a rectangular prism, which is inside the Masjid al-Haram mosque in Mecca, the most important mosque in Islam. For Muslims, the Kaaba is the house of Allah, the house of God, where the divine touches the earthly, and is the direction of prayer where Muslims around the world should direct their prayers. Top left, if the earth were a sphere, a prayer any direction it would point to the sky or outer space, not Mecca. If we use the traditional Muslim method to determine the Al-Qibla, if the earth were a sphere there would be no direction that was correct. This orientation is only possible on a flat earth model. Although methods with calculations have been created coordinate using the spherical model to determine the Al-Qibla based on location. Without mountains, the earth will be a level plain. Quran 20, 105-107. They will ask you about the mountains. Say, my Lord will turn them to dust. And he will leave the earth as an empty plain, in which you will see neither curves nor roughness. This word safan means a level, or uniform expanse of land or terrain. Quran 55:17. Lord of the Eastern two and Lord of the two Westerners. The comments are unanimous on that this refers to the two places where the sun rises on the summer solstices and winter, and where it sets on those solstice days. Similarly, verse 70-40 of the Quran was understood to refer to all the different places where the sun rises and sets between these ranges. This might seem perfectly appropriate for an author who believes in a flat earth and a sun that moves around the world every day, where these places are made goals of cosmography. Quran 36:38. And the sun runs towards its stopping point. That is the determination of the exalted in power, the knowledge. Flat earth beliefs of Muhammad and his followers. If the Quran stated that the earth is spherical, Muhammad and his followers, who spoke the language Arabic of that time, including respected interpreters such as Ibn Abbas, would have shown some hint of this knowledge. Instead, the hadith narratives record only flat earth and beliefs. Quran 31:29. Blending overlapping day and night. Don't you see that Allah fuses the night with the day and fuses the day with the night? That He has subjected the sun and the moon, each running its course for a designated period, and that Allah knows well everything you do? Looking now at verse 39:5, it is sometimes stated that the word yukawiru. This statement is very compatible with the conceptions of a flat earth, with a hemisphere or spherical firmament. Similarly, verses like the Quran 21:33, that mention the sun and moon, each with a falak, are consistent with this model. Sheikh Abdulaziz ibn Baz, the former supreme religious authority of Saudi Arabia, said that the earth is flat, and so does the Muslim astronomy researcher Fadel al-Sid, who stated in a televised debate, broadcast on Iraqi Al-Fayha TV channel, that the earth is flat as evidenced by the verses of the Quran, and that the sun is much smaller than earth and revolves around it. As devout Muslims, they have good reason to conclude that the earth is flat. These verses of the Quran clearly stated, and not a single verse hints at a spherical earth. Scientific theories are known to change with progress and new discoveries. And what is tested today will change tomorrow. Is that disagreement is one of the rules of this life. And this disagreement and curiosity pushes everyone to seek and explore more. As we have already seen, Islamic cosmology is no different than any other ancient cosmology. Describes exactly the same thing, with Judaism and Christianity. It is important to take into account all the information regarding a topic when investigating it. As in this case, we are talking about something as interesting as it is the shape of our world.